Chapter 11. A Father's Measure. The next few days passed without announcement. No sudden changes. No dramatic events. But for Draco, everything was moving. Morning training. Afternoon observation. Evening refinement. Night. Silence. Again and again. Again and again. Progress didn't shout. By the fourth day, the difference was undeniable. But no longer chaotic. Draco stood once more in the training chamber. The same cold stone walls. The same faint glow of runes. The same presence. Watching. Lucius Malfoy. You've been practicing. It wasn't a question. Draco lowered his wand slightly. Yes. Lucius stepped forward, his gaze sharper than before. Without instruction. Another statement. Draco didn't deny it. I didn't see a reason to wait. Silence followed. Brief. Heavy. Measured. Lucius circled him slowly. Not like a predator, but like a judge. Observing. Evaluating. Show me. Draco raised his wand.
No hesitation. No delay.
A controlled flick. A steady spark appeared instantly. Stable. Clean.
No fluctuación.
Lucius stopped. Not impressed. But not dismissive either. Improved. Draco didn't respond. Because this was only the beginning. Again. This time, Draco didn't stop at a spark. Denser. More refined. His breathing remained steady. His posture unchanged. And most importantly,
no instability.
After a few seconds, he released it. The light vanished smoothly. Silence returned. Lucius studied him for a long moment. Then, who taught you? Draco met his gaze. No one. Lucius' eyes narrowed slightly. That is not a natural improvement. True. But also, not something he could explain. Draco tilted his head slightly. Then perhaps I'm not as average as expected. A small push. Subtle. Testing. Lucius didn't react immediately. But something shifted. Just slightly. Not suspicion. Not yet. But attention. Talent without discipline is meaningless, Lucius said calmly. I agree. Draco's response came instantly.
No hesitation. No contradiction.
Just alignment. Lucius turned slightly, walking a few steps away. Then, control your stance. Draco adjusted immediately. A minor shift. But intentional. Your grip is too rigid. He loosened it slightly. You're forcing the flow at the end. Draco paused. Then corrected it. Each instruction. Precise. Direct. And Draco followed all of them. Not blindly. But intelligently. Adapting. Refining. Improving. Minutes passed. Then longer. By the end, the difference was clear. Not just in output, but in execution. Lucius stopped again. This time, closer. You learn quickly. Draco didn't smile. Didn't react. I pay attention. A pause. Then, Lucius spoke again. Quieter. More deliberate. Then pay attention to this. His wand moved. Smooth. Effortless. A spell formed instantly. Not flashy. Not loud. But powerful. The air itself seemed to tighten for a moment. Draco's eyes sharpened. That level of control. No wasted movement.
No hesitation. Pure efficiency.
Magic is not about force, Lucius said. It is about precision. Draco watched carefully. Not the spell, but the process. The flow. The timing. The control. Then, Lucius lowered his wand. You will repeat that. Draco didn't move immediately. I can't. Not yet. Lucius' gaze turned cold. Then learn. Silence. Heavy. Unforgiving. Draco raised his wand again. This time, he didn't aim for success. He aimed for understanding. He mimicked the motion, the structure, the flow, or tried to. The result. was weak, incomplete, barely formed. But it didn't collapse. Lucius didn't interrupt, didn't correct, just watched. Draco tried again, and again, and again. Each attempt, slightly better, slightly more stable. His breathing remained controlled. His focus, unbroken. And after several attempts, a faint version of the spell appeared. Still weak, still incomplete, but recognizable. Draco lowered his wand slowly. Silence. Then, again tomorrow. Lucius turned, walking toward the exit. At the door, he stopped, just for a moment. You've improved more in days than most do in months. Draco didn't respond. Lucius didn't look back. But don't mistake progress for mastery. Then he left. The door closed. Draco stood alone once more. His grip on the wand tightened slightly. Not from frustration, but from focus. System notification. Magic control increased. 17%, 19%. A new spell pattern detected. Incomplete. Draco exhaled slowly. Still not enough. But this time, there was no doubt.
No hesitation.
Because now, he had something more valuable than power. Direction. He turned toward the exit. His step steady. His mind already working. Lucius Malfoy had tested him. Measured him. Acknowledged him. Just slightly. That was enough. For now. Because Draco didn't need approval. He needed results. And step by step, he was getting them. The foundation was no longer fragile. It was forming, strengthening, evolving, and soon, very soon, let's see how far I can push this. The next phase had begun. He wasn't just learning. He was closing the gap between potential and power.